Swanee River, far, far away. That's where my heart is yearning ever, home where the old folks stay. Welcome to Florida Man on Florida Man with Greg, Wayne, Josh, and most importantly, Cameron. What's going on, guys? This week is the first time in history that Florida Man on Florida Man is taking a week off. So we put together a collective of some of our past headlines that we really love. And we put together the two-part story of Josh's date with Sweet, Sweet Annie. So we put them together. They were originally released on two separate episodes. So we hope that you enjoy that. To our new listeners, I hope that you enjoy this kind of look into our past, and to our old faithful listeners, I hope you guys enjoy this little bit of nostalgia. We will be back next week with a normal episode, and we'll be on Patreon live streaming. So check us out on patreon.com/FMOFM podcast. Love you guys. Hope you enjoy. All right, headlines. All right, a Florida man was mauled by a captive black leopard in a backyard zoo in South Florida.
Yes, he was.
This is why we
an animal one. I love animal ones.
All right, so let's kind of break this down.
Okay.
Florida man, like I said, mauled.
Got that part.
A captive black leopard, which you don't see those running around very often in Florida.
Because they're captive.
This one's captive.
That's the key word there.
Most of them are. But
watch out for that captive black cougar.
I think the biggest thing to hone in on and to talk about on this is backyard zoo.
Come on.
Okay? Which sketchy, right?
Yeah,
for sure.
Wayne kind of has a backyard zoo, but I don't think he has.
He really does.
He really does. I don't think he has any black leopards, though.
Not yet.
Do you?
Okay.
Not yet.
So this Florida man paid $150 for a full contact experience with a black leopard, which allowed him to play with it, rub its belly, and take pictures.
This is my dating site.
I was about to say, oddly enough, people do the same thing with Josh.
Yeah. Are you reading my Twitter? My Tinder. I'm on multiple sites. Tinder, Twitter.
No.
$120
for
this is a full
bucks.
contact with Josh. Rub his belly.
This is a real article that came out today.
Come on.
This guy.
All right.
Fresh.
So this report came to Florida Fish and Wildlife, though, on August 31st. This is when this happened. Near Fort Lauderdale. Okay.
Yep.
So the agency charged the owner of this so-called backyard zoo with allowing full contact with an extremely dangerous animal.
Come on, Josh's nickname.
And was cited for maintaining captive wildlife in an unsafe condition. So anyways, the guy was basically attacked as soon as he walked into the leopard's enclosure.
This is not what I signed up for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I signed up for a belly rub.
Yeah.
But what happened was
Tell us.
He had his scalp severed.
Oh my
and
God.
It was
gosh.
basically hanging from his head.
Oh,
and his right ear was torn in half.
That's my least favorite injury.
He required multiple surgeries. I think he's doing okay, but
Scalped.
And by a leopard.
That's
in Florida.
And no one's going to believe him.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
He shouldn't have worn that T-bone necklace.
He goes to the next. He goes to the
That's a
next
mistake.
party. His hair's all crooked.
He's got a thick scalp.
You got something changed with you, bro?
Yeah, I got scalped.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
I got scalped by a lion.
No, leopard.
At a
same
backyard.
difference. Here's the thing.
A big kitty cat.
I don't want to get preachy, but if you support
Please.
backyard zoos, you
Yep.
deserve to get scalped.
Wow.
This
that's
man,
kind of
He's got a
harsh.
yard full of chickens
I
and
got
rabbits.
chickens, bro, not big.
No,
kitty
you have
cats.
a billy goat.
You know
Black
what
Jeffrey.
chickens? You know what chickens attract though?
Leopards.
Big cats.
captive leopards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that headline.
Hopefully your next ones are as good.
That was really good.
Oh man, I shouldn't have started on the top.
Cameron said
It's all
that if
downhill
we're
from
good,
here.
we get 4 more headlines.
what I'm talking about.
So have we been good?
No, but I'll do them anyways.
Thank
My
you.
man.
Our next one, we have a Florida woman.
Hey.
Okay, who's
Finally.
just chilling in her house. right? Here's a knock at the door. Okay, goes to open the door, and her neighbor is standing there fully naked, right?
Nice.
And
Let
so
me proposition you a question here.
she's like, "What do you?
I've
why
tried
are
this.
you here?"
Yeah, can I help
Right.
you?
Yeah, can I? I don't think she asked that. I don't think she wanted to know.
Right.
She's like, "Why are you here? Can you please leave?" So he left. All right. She closes the
Okay.
door, goes
End of
back
the story.
inside,
That's it.
What a polite guy.
and then she opens the blinds just a couple minutes later because she hears this noise outside.
Different neighbor.
The
Don't
dude-
open those blinds.
The same neighbor, okay, is bouncing on the family trampoline, fully nude
Yeah.
in the backyard,
That's what's up, dude. When you need a couple
just
bounces,
staring right at her.
You think he asked? He was knocking to ask?
can I
Yeah,
bounce on
yeah.
your trampoline?
Yeah.
Right.
When you need
It
a
is.
bounce.
It is nice to ask.
It is very nice.
You
to
think
ask.
he's making eye contact the whole time through the window?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
And she
staring.
probably took that as an innuendo, like, "Hey, girl, can I bounce on your trampoline?"
Oh, and she was like, "I'm sorry, I'm married," and then you hear ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. So what? Well, he was on drugs though.
It doesn't say that.
He for sure
she
was on
thought
drugs.
she thought that he was
He
Okay.
wanted someone to double bounce him.
Oh.
right. She's like, "Can you please put some pants on first, though?" No, it doesn't say that he was on drugs. It was just said that he was over there bouncing on the trampoline by
Did he go
himself.
to jail?
I think so.
For
but
what?
Jumping nude.
Okay, that
You
makes
can't
sense.
jump
actually.
nude in Florida. For everybody
Right.
who's listening outside of our state, we have some weird laws. One of them is you can't jump nude on your neighbor's trampoline.
What's
Exactly.
considered a jump and what's considered a hop? Because
What's
I
cons-
hop pretty high.
What's considered nude?
good,
man?
good question.
You know what I mean?
Socks. Am I right?
Socks. Yeah,
Socks.
right.
I'm dressed, baby. Look
Yeah,
You
down.
can't jump on a trampoline in socks, though.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's never a good
Break
idea.
your neck,
That's how you get a static electricity.
burn your house down.
So our next headline is
Okay.
a Florida man who got lucky. Okay, he got his hands on a winning lottery ticket.
What?
Oh, cool.
Winning lottery
How
ticket.
many millions?
$30 to be exact.
That's what
Whoa.
I'm talking about.
And so he goes
Rich
to the
boy.
store to cash this winning lottery ticket for $30
Okay.
and gets arrested
Oh, okay.
because
Too high. 25 or under.
earlier that day
Yes.
he went to that same convenience store, stole 13 lottery tickets from this store.
Oh my goodness.
Went
Okay,
home, scratched
okay.
them off, found that he had a winner, went back to the same exact place to try
What
to
the
cash it.
heck?
It doesn't, because it's a winner no matter what.
They're
I
like,
think.
listen, we know
We saw
that
you
you
steal
stole
it."
these. Yeah, so he stole 13.
But he said, I want to pay for
Oh,
the
okay.
with the 30.
he's like, if you'll
Right.
just cash this for me, I
I'll-
can pay for the
Yeah.
ones I stole.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, he got arrested. I don't know why wouldn't you just go somewhere different?
But here's the thing, dude. That's a terrible
It's a
commercial.
convenient store for a reason. It's convenient to him.
No, I was gonna say it's a terrible commercial for the Florida lottery. He got 13 tickets.
Yeah.
Probably $5 a piece if he had paid for them.
That's
Yeah.
yep.
and he only won $30.
Yeah, it's not
I
good
think
look.
that
Yeah.
I
should
mean,
be
it
a
could have been
lesson.
$1 though.
No,
Then
you don't
then he's
steal
$27 up.
ones.
That's true.
$17. I can't.
He can't
add.
math.
So Florida man
Okay.
is arrested on his 6th DUI.
Come on.
Whoa.
Okay, which is a lot.
He's
Yeah.
consistent.
Yeah, he is
Yeah.
consistent, but this is his first one on a lawnmower.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You have to yeah.
Building new habits in 2020.
Exactly. Change things up. You get 5 in a car. It's like, that's just boring.
I want my
at
6th
this
one to be
point.
something exotic.
Yeah.
I
Judge
want it
is
to be
like,
special.
Right.
change your life.
Exactly. So Scott Pritchard learned the hard way that you can get a DUI on in something other than a car.
Was he in his own
on
yard?
4th of July.
Was in his own
yeah.
yard.
He was not in his own yard. So
Okay.
That's the.
Yeah.
Yep.
unlucky for him.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Like I said, this happened on the 4th
The
of
sixth
July.
strike law.
Right.
Exactly. He just unfortunately drove this lawnmower into the street right when 2 cop cars were pulling down that same street.
Come on.
What?
So he actually, it says police say he darted out in front of their cruisers
Oh my God.
with no lights on the vehicle.
You don't dart on a lawnmower.
There's no darting.
There are pretty fast lawnmowers.
This guy, he's always got to be.
Okay, I just got to stick up for the people here. But they say that the officers were leaving one call, and all of a sudden they're driving down this road, and this huge lawnmower comes ripping down across
Goodness
the street.
Sounds like they
gracious.
were darting.
And
Yeah.
so they pulled him over. Pritchard had a Mike's Hard Lemonade in his hand,
Come on.
driving this
Pritchard.
lawnmower. I mean, which You're mowing the lawn.
You're mowing
That's
the
refreshing.
lawn.
It's super refreshing.
Yeah.
Even if you're not mowing the lawn and you're just driving down the street,
You need that breeze.
you need
The
that refreshing
mics.
lemonade.
That is embarrassing though.
It
that
comes with the mower.
Exactly. Yeah. A
You
pack
buy
of
a
them.
mower.
Yeah.
it's embarrassing that he blew positive though on a Mike's Hard Lemonade. I mean, I'm just gonna say it.
That is embarrassing. But Pritchard told officers the reason that he was driving this lawnmower
Yeah, please.
is he was getting it from his neighbor's house. So that's all he was doing was bringing it from a neighbor's
okay.
house, which, that's what he says. Who knows
Yeah.
what he's actually doing?
Transporting it.
I mean, who doesn't ride around on your street
And at night?
in a lawnmower on 4th of July?
Yeah.
That's pretty American.
And he probably wasn't too far away from his house. The cops couldn't just escort him back to his house. And
yeah. No, I mean,
You can't risk him darting out.
they
I
didn't
guess
say,
so.
I mean, it said that he was getting it from a neighbor's house, but they didn't
Right.
say like,
The
I
neighbor
guess he
didn't
was
know.
drunk enough that it was pretty sloppy and they just decided to bring him in. But he had his license revoked. This is,
Uh-oh.
like I said, his 6th DUI. He's had them in Florida, Michigan, and Illinois.
he's
he
on
had
tour.
his license
World tour.
revoked in 1986 and then permanently taken away in 1992.
That's why he's on a lawnmower.
That's why he's
Yes,
on a
that's why he's
lawnmower.
on a
Yeah.
He might have gone down to like the gas station to grab that Mike's Hard Lemonade,
Absolutely.
but we won't ever know.
No, I bet if they backtrack, there's glass bottles of Mike.
Actually, that would be super interesting.
I could be off on this, but there was an old country music star called George Jones.
Okay.
And I think he got pulled over actually for driving on a tractor inebriated in Lakeland.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In Lakeland?
Yeah.
I never heard that.
Yeah.
We'll have to look into that.
It's a common Florida thing, I think.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, it's just driving a vehicle. I mean,
Right.
you're going to do it. You might as well do it drunk.
That's true.
Bingo.
That's
Amen.
right.
That's what we-
I just agreed to it. Then I'm like, wait a minute.
Scratch that.
It made sense to me.
Yeah, it does make sense. And
Don't take that advice. at
no,
all. No.
I think people know you're just kidding.
That was
If, you're,
Greg.
if
Yeah.
you can't go over 20, but you can still cruise,
right.
you might as well do it drunk.
That's right. That's what Josh says.
All right, let's get into the next headline here. So, Florida man robs a pizza delivery man
Come
Oh,
on.
that's
rude.
the worst. Don't
and
like
then
Shame for
soils
her.
himself.
Okay. Oh, he's nervous.
He's
first,
nervous.
Yeah, his first
Yeah.
robbery.
Right.
So, this happened actually.
Stick it up, sir. Stick him up.
Give me the pizza. So, this actually happened in
Oh
2016.
crap! I done pissed myself.
So this Florida man, Brent Van Bison,
Whoa, he sounds strong.
30
Yeah,
years
jeez.
old, he approached
Street
a
Fighter.
pizza delivery man outside of a Domino's
Yeah.
with a gun. He
A
went up to
Domino's?
this
That's
Domino's pizza delivery,
Yeah.
which don't pick on the
No,
pizza
that's
delivery
rude.
man.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's the only pizza place in town.
And
Could
so he held up a gun and demanded that the delivery driver hand him over his money.
Hey, Mr. Domino's.
Yeah.
Well, after taking the delivery man's $10,
Gosh, come
bless
on.
him.
he
America.
ran off and had his wife drive him away from the establishment. Okay,
Wait,
so
it
his
was, it was
wife,
like it was a partner deal.
I guess so. His wife was sitting in the
This
car.
guy can get a wife.
Yeah. Come on.
His wife was sitting in the car. They take off. Well, once they started going towards his house,
Yep.
He saw sirens and authorities coming
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
down the street.
Yeah.
And that's when he said he soiled himself. He
Come on.
pooped himself in the car.
A dose.
Yep, number two.
Wow, wasn't
and so
expecting
he got scared, obviously, and he told his wife to drive to his mom's house. Okay,
Yep.
which I don't know if I feel bad for the guy or not.
I don't
so
know,
far.
man. He didn't have to say that. He
Well,
could
he
have
didn't
kept
have
it
to
to
steal
himself.
anything either.
I know, but if he poo-pooed himself, he didn't need to say that.
No, he could just be like, go to where you know where I go, caca caca. You know,
Where I
have
feel
to-
most comfortable.
Right.
So, anyways, he got to his mom's house and he told his mom that he did something stupid.
Well, baby went potty.
Yeah, and that the cops were looking for him and he could get 10 years for it.
And she's like, crap in your pants is not illegal, son.
And then he told her that he also crapped his pants.
Jesus.
Okay. And he went there to say goodbye to her, which I think he's been a little dramatic saying that, you know, he did rob some. Well, I guess it was at gunpoint.
It was at gunpoint.
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
He only got $10. It's just mind blowing that people
$1
would do that for
$1
$10
per every year in prison.
Drugs are a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
So once he left his mom's house, they went. He went to his own apartment. Allowed deputies to search the premises. And so
They're like, we're good.
the wife told on him. real quick.
Jesus.
The wife said what had happened, and she said that he made her do it, which is a
Nice.
domestic violence
At
issue.
gunpoint.
Right.
Exactly. So he was arrested on charges of battery, robbery with a firearm, witness tampering, and release violation.
So you had
It-
a bad day.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think she probably would have been his ride or die if he hadn't pooted himself.
I think so.
yeah.
I think at that point she might have been like the brains of the operation, but once you poo yourself,
She was the brains of the operation. He was the
really-
butt.
dead to me.
Oh,
A Florida gas station has a bizarre request.
Okay.
for their microwaves.
oh.
So a Jacksonville gas station owner is asking people not to warm their urine in the microwave.
That's reasonable.
Don't heat up your pee in the microwave.
That's reasonable.
Okay. So the owner is saying they get sick and tired of people bringing their urine containers
Wait,
Yes.
what?
into the gas station and then using their microwaves, which are
Let
like
me-
for like hot dogs and hamburgers.
Let me just help him out here. Okay. Actually, make the rule more specific. Tell your customers put in a fork or a chopstick because
Okay.
what you want is what's called a nucleation point. What's happening is the vessel is smooth, so it can't create bubbles. So it will be extremely hot. So what's happening
Okay.
is it's getting to boiling point.
Okay.
They're reaching in, touching it.
Hot pee.
Yeah, hot pee. But if you put a chopstick in there, it'll create a nucleation point where you can see the bubbles.
Okay.
So
And then you know it's boiling.
then
pee-pee.
you know it's boiling.
I don't think the burning urine hands was the problem. I think you're missing the point.
Are you sure?
I think the fact that they were
It's part of
heating-
the problem.
just heating up urine.
He
in their
said that all
microwave.
his customers ran out and going, my pee, my hands.
So he was saying that they have multiple people a week walk in off the street, microwave urine containers, and then just leave. They don't even buy
Those are
anything.
smooth bottom vessels. You need a chopstick in there.
So the gas station is within walking distance of a diagnostic center and lab.
Yep.
And so people will come in for drug testing services to give their urine sample, and
there.
they'll have somebody else's urine sample, warm it up, and take it into the lab.
That, honest to God, is one of the grossest stories.
It's pretty bad.
That's
and then somebody's
so
going to go right
bad.
in
You got
there.
to strap it to your leg
Here we go.
because you got to keep it body warm because that's
Okay.
one of the things that
They
these
don't want it
things-
boiling. They're like, ma'am, you have boiling urine. There's an issue.
In the span of one headline, Josh has taught us science and also how to cheat on a drug test.
You want to, yeah. You want to get it tight up to that leg.
Honestly, that says more about
Where's the heat zone?
Your
When you look at my
mystique.
body, where do you see heat emanating from?
all over.
All right, the last one we have, like I said, it's romantic.
Love it.
Honestly, it's heartwarming. We have a Florida man who robs a bank for his girlfriend.
yes.
Wow.
All right, so
True love.
Glenn Aiken, man, this guy, I think he was just so in love with this
This guy,
woman.
it's pulling his heartstrings.
It
You can
is.
see-
I mean, there's
He's in
something
tears.
happening.
I know.
There's something happening.
Alligator tears coming
So
down his face.
he's having an affair with this woman.
What the crap?
And so
Who
anyway,
did he
but
rob the bank
he
for?
loves her though. He's in love with her.
Oh, the mistress.
Right. And so anyways, he goes to several banks, okay? And is kind of casing, they have like multiple surveillance videos from several banks. He just kind of walks in, looks around. They said that he looked suspicious because he had a face mask and a hat. I'm like, that's everyone.
That's everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, he had some like reports from multiple banks saying we had like a suspicious character, but he didn't do anything. Okay, well, I think later in the afternoon,
I think
he
that makes you suspicious, walking in and walking out.
probably,
For
yeah, he
sure.
didn't do anything.
Right.
So later on, I think he kind of worked up the nerve to do this.
Hey, this is my bank.
He
Right,
hands the teller a note that says, "I am robbing you." It says this is a robbery. Okay,
Do you want to be robbed? Check yes or no.
Oh, he's sweet.
He's
a
so
sweetie.
romantic.
Sweet boy.
And so it also had instructions to put money in the envelope. He said, don't do any of the marked bills and don't hit the silent alarm.
Nice.
The guy gets $960.
Okay, that's
What
a good
does the
haul.
mistress-
$960
Yeah.
from robbing a bank.
That's a PS5.
Right. Well, here's what he did with it. Because he loved his lady friend so much,
Hibachi grill.
hibachi, that would have been a better idea, honestly.
Okay.
But
I was
this
thinking
woman,
Instapot.
Yeah.
his girlfriend needed new tires on her car.
Oh, jeez.
So she was waiting for him at Tire Choice Auto Service Center, And she was waiting there for over an hour or two because I think he was working up the nerve to rob a bank. It took him a little too long. So she was there like, hey, I need new tires. I need all this mechanic work. Money's not here yet. My boyfriend's going to be here.
He's at the ATM.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
He is
now
at the
your car's
ATM.
up, tires are off, and you're like, my boyfriend's coming.
The
He's
funny
coming, I
thing
promise
is, while she was at this tire place, cops are searching the area around.
Wow.
They see like canine units and helicopters, and so after a while, they kind of go away. The canine and the officers, and in comes Glenn, and he's
What?
like, he's counting out money to pay for these tires.
Oh my god!
The poor guy. So,
How did he
anyways,
get caught?
that's a great question.
I was
Thank
gonna ask it
you.
too.
Here's the
Thank
thing.
you.
The only reason he got caught is because apparently Glenn has very, very large hands.
What?
Oh, you talking about Big Hands Glenn?
Oh, okay. BHG?
Yeah.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so even his girlfriend, the girlfriend did not know that he was robbing a bank to do
Bro,
this.
that guy can sail a
Oh, he
boat just
can.
by holding them
Oh,
hands
he
up.
just flaps him.
Yeah.
The girlfriend did not know that he was robbing a bank for this money. She actually thought it was weird that he was counting out money like he didn't know how much he had when he got there. But then she saw on TV surveillance because they're looking for this guy, and she's like,
Those hands look
I
familiar.
know those hands.
Wow.
And so literally he got caught because his hands were so big.
Wow.
So when we say big, you know those foam fingers
Right.
at baseball games?
Yep.
I love this team.
Yeah, I think slightly larger.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
That's
makes
tough
sense.
for pockets.
It's
though.
hard for you to hide those.
I'm
It's-
not going to
it's-
lie.
It can carry a lot of cash though.
Yeah.
If someone bought me tires, I mean, I'd probably
Date
You'd love 'em
too.
for
date
life.
them too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tires are expensive.
Look at
I
those
know.
hands.
Hey, fellas.
Hey, Josh.
So I got a story for you.
Okay.
This is a story that I've been antsy to tell you.
The one you've been teasing us about.
The one I've been teasing, but I wanted it to be original and here live with you because it was unique. It was a unique situation.
Yeah, because, okay, like a week ago, he tells us, he texts the group chat. He's like, I can't wait for you guys to hear about my trip.
Yes.
I can't wait for you guys
says
to.
nothing else.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So here we go. Okay. It starts off. So me and my coworker have to go out of town for this work conference. You mean a few weeks ago when it was chilly?
Right.
So he decides he'll drive. He's got that new Lincoln Continental.
Right.
Shout out sponsor Lincoln.
Hello.
If you want to enjoy the way you sit, you'll enjoy it in a Lincoln.
Right.
32-way adjustable seats.
Right.
I mean, it was nuts. So we drive, and it's like a Sunday, Monday conference. And we get down there. No sooner we pull off the exit, my dude Dick takes a call.
Right.
Mhm.
And I only hear his side of it, but it ends with, okay, I'm on my way.
Okay. And you guys are heading to a conference at this
Conference.
point. Okay.
And it didn't sound like the beginning of the call was related to the conference.
Yeah.
Right.
So Dick says, hey, Josh, I got to go. But the conference is already paid for. So if it's cool, I'll call the office, let them know what's going on, and I'll drop you off. So I'm like, cool.
So
Okay.
he's out. He's not going to the
He's
conference
out.
anymore.
Yeah.
He's just dropping you off at the conference.
Yeah, ideally.
Okay. Gotcha.
So we pull over to a McDonald's. I'm like, all right, well, let's get a snack before.
Right.
And he says those two words that mean everything and nothing.
Right.
All right, then. I'm going to let you out here. I'm like,
What?
oh, I knew that. All right, then. And the pause,
Something bad was happening.
something bad was happening.
Right.
And he goes, call an Uber, get them to take you to the car rental place. I'll call the office, let them know what's going on.
So he just leaves you.
I'm like, JC, He
Yeah.
puts me on the side of the road at
Right.
McDonald's. So I call an Uber. I get to the car rental place. Car rental place is like, sorry, this is all we got. It is a bright red Buick Cascada
Okay.
convertible.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
this is a Buick convertible. So
Looking
I'm like-
good.
I'm like, okay, kind of cheese, but I get it.
Yeah.
So I get to the hotel conference area. I pull up, like a boss.
Yeah.
in your Buick.
Yeah, on the chilliest day of the year.
Right.
So I get out and
Did you have the top down?
I did not. No, not a chance. I wouldn't be seen with that. So I get out and conference is about to start because obviously I'm behind.
Right. Sure.
And I get there just in time for conference icebreakers. I don't know if y'all have been to this.
Oh,
These type of big conferences.
it's like the minute to win it games.
Yes.
I've been a
those
part
are
of
terrible.
approximately 66 icebreakers, and I liked every single one of them.
Oh, you're gonna like these. So they kind of break us off into groups because it's a big old group of us. And the smaller groups, and they play a game like Find Me, and it's basically you got to go around and someone's got a card with your name on it,
Yeah.
and you've got a card with someone else's name
Sure.
on it, and you got to just get to know the other people by asking, "What's your name?" Blah blah blah.
Right.
So we play that. Yeah, barf. And then they got another one where it's called like Person Bingo. And this one's kind of fun. These different groups have different broad descriptors of people.
Asian.
Yeah. It was like girl with a bun.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It was someone with more than 3 kids. And so we're kind of making our way, asking all about blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And I hear single guy. That guy's single. And I'm like,
Uh-oh.
oh, crap. And then I'm like, oh, the ring. No ring. Okay, I
Right.
get it.
Right.
And I hear someone in his group go, how do you know? This guy showed up in a convertible convertible Buick, bright red. And I'm like, oh gosh, this is terrible.
Yeah.
So now I'm labeled that guy. So I have to wear the sticker that says single guy.
Okay.
One person has a parent of 3+. One says girl with bun. It's all these weird descriptors, but everybody's nice and gets to know each other. So
Sure.
conference day happens. Everything goes cool. We end early. So a small group of us go out to have some tapas.
Right.
This group kind of gets a little loosey goose. So I say those 2 words that mean everything and nothing.
All right
Mhm.
then.
All right, then. I start getting my stuff to leave, and I make my way back to my beautiful Buick convertible,
Right.
heading down the road, and I hear, or I see what looks like a Mirage, a cutie 3.14 milkmaid on the side of the road,
Wait, what?
pushing a trike.
Okay.
So
Hold back up.
Come again?
Yeah.
So-
You saw a milkmaid pushing a trike.
yeah, oh yeah, and I was like, okay, I didn't drink or anything.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, okay, well, pushing a trike like behind it, like a trike bicycle.
Right.
So from afar, I slow down, I roll the windows down, and I say, hello, do you need help? I'm not creepy.
Oh, my
You know how I am with words,
Yeah.
guys.
God. Yeah, I'm sure it sounded great to her.
So surprisingly, she says, yes, I do need help. And
Yes, you are creepy.
so I'm like, okay. So I pull over and I keep my distance and I go, do you need my phone? Or do you have a phone? Do you want to call someone?
Right.
And she laughs and she says no. And so I go, okay. And so I look at the trike and the trike's brakes are locked up. So she's just pushing like tires that aren't moving.
Right.
And I go, okay, so you don't want me to call anybody? And she's like, haha, no. And I see this
Why is
little,
that funny?
I don't know at the time.
Because I'm scared at this point.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't even be hanging around.
Because there's
Why-
a milkmaid.
You act like it's normal that she's a milkmaid pushing a trike. Like
I
what
don't-
is
I
what
don't
is a
kn-
milkmaid?
I don't know this. Well, she has a little hat on, a little white bonnet
That says
on.
I'm a milkmaid.
It doesn't say anything. So it says I'm a milkmaid to me as a visual inspection.
Right.
But she has a little cute little Florida license plate on her trike, says Annie. So I'm like, okay, Annie, that's not a creepy name.
No, it's terribly creepy.
It's also not a license plate.
It's not a real license plate. That's true. So I go, I'm really hesitant at this point. So I go, do you need a ride? And she goes,
In that Buick.
yes, I'd love one. And I'm like, oh gosh, this is weird. Is someone going to jump out and jump me?
Bring your milk.
Bring your milk. So she goes, yes. And I go, okay. I guess I'll have to put the top down to get the trike
Oh
in the
my
back.
gosh.
So I put the top down. I put the trike in the back.
Yeah.
We're driving along. She has her milkmaid hat on. She says, oh, this is just like courting. So I'm like, that's weird, but
That's a weird comment.
yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
But maybe I didn't catch.
Oh, no.
Maybe I didn't catch it.
What
so,
year is this?
So we're still driving, and she says, "What is this?" And the music's playing. So I go, "Oh, it's oddly enough. This is the odd part. It's Psy. It's Gangnam Style." And it
So-
wasn't on by me. It's on random.
So you're in a red convertible
Yes.
with a milkmaid in the passenger seat.
With a
Pumping
tricycle
K-pop.
with K-pop.
pumping some K-pop.
Pumping some K-pop. So I go, "Oh, this is Gangnam Style." Girl has no clue what Gangnam Style is.
No.
Like lost. And I'm like, this is the Korean guy, Psy,
Yeah.
Gangnam Style, hit song.
Yeah,
She's
number
like-
one song.
She's like, "Oh, I've never heard, I don't really listen to music."
Yeah.
But she loves it. And I'm
course.
like, and so she's like, what are they saying? So I'm like, I don't really know, but the chorus is easy to get. Oppa Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's easy.
bingo. So she wants to listen to it over and over again on this like 3 miles. So by the end, we're kind of singing it together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Entertaining each other.
Nice.
So she directs me to this little neighborhood that's got these little white houses. And I tell you what, trikes are everywhere. I don't know who the trike salesman is, but he is killing it because there's no cars, but there are bikes and trikes
Yeah.
everywhere. And we passed more milkmaids, and I am like, did I just hit a time warp?
Yeah.
Right.
What is happening here? We pull up, and there's like hipster like 5.0 standing outside.
Yeah.
And flannel, beard. And he goes, "What are you doing?" And I go, "Just parking." But he wasn't talking to me. And
We're just doing the open Gangnam Style.
and she says, "Daddy, we're just singing."
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
Oh, woofa, oofa. So just parking, he ignored, obviously.
Oh my God.
And he said, "No, what are you doing with the English?"
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm
No, it was Korean.
I'm completely lost.
Yeah, exactly.
And she says, "He's just giving me a ride home."
Uh-huh.
And he goes, "Don't you think I know what that means? Singing and he's giving you a ride home?"
Oh.
And
No.
I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know what that means.
Right.
Means you're in trouble.
Yeah. And she goes, "Dad, he's fine." I forget how she got to it, but she said, "This is not creepy." And I'm like, "What?"
Wait, what?
Yeah. I'm like, "I'm sorry." Say she said, "This is the creepy. My brakes locked up, and he offered to give me a ride home."
The Greepy?
And so I'm like, hold on. Okay. So I'm having flashbacks to where I said, "Hey, do you need some help? I'm not creepy." So she introduces me as Negreepy to her dad, who then says, "Say again." And I go, "I'm sorry, sir. I think it was a misunderstanding. My name is Josh. I just at a work conference, and I saw her pushing a bike.
Yeah.
So I offered her a ride home."
Right. Yeah.
And he's like, I know what you're trying to do here.
No.
Why don't you come inside?
Free milk.
No.
You want free milk?
I want that free milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know it's
No.
whole. You know it's whole. You know it's whole milk. It's
Yeah.
not that 2%. So reluctantly, I
Wait,
head
you
in.
went inside.
Oh my God.
By this time, there are milkmaids all around.
Oh my.
Watching the scene.
Did you
Milkmaids and
ask
trikes.
Did they introduce themselves as milkmaids? Or
No,
were they
no.
carrying milk? Was everyone carrying milk?
Nobody was carrying milk, which is the weirdest thing. And there were no cows.
I don't understand.
Well, that part I'll get into in part 2, which will have to happen next week. But let's
Wait,
just
you're cutting us off?
let's just say
We've been waiting a week already to hear this.
let's just say she didn't have a phone for a reason, and she was dressed like a milkmaid for that same reason.
Oh no.
She dropped her phone in milk.
She was one not familiar with electrical goods
She's a Mennonite?
and lived in Indiana full time and was
Oh,
just down
my.
here.
Oh.
I bet she makes
part
great
time.
pies.
She's from what I tasted, she does make great pies. So here I am.
Right.
He says, "I want you to step inside."
That's
Step inside.
terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
That's
and I'm
terrifying.
like, well, I kind of gotta. I owe him a conversation because
Mhm.
I just pulled up with his daughter.
Right, but the thing about it is you're in the situation because you did a good deed.
Yeah, I mean, her brakes were locked up and she's pushing a trike and
Right.
they had to drive like 3
You're a
miles.
gentleman.
So I thought I'm not in trouble here. Maybe I'm getting rewarded, but he's
Yeah.
kind of gruff with me.
Sure. Scruff McGruff.
Scruff McGruff. So we walk in and everybody's dressed like a milkmaid
Oh no.
or someone from that time period.
This is a weird party.
And I meet, let me see if I can remember the names. Levi, Amos, let me see, John, of course,
Uh-huh.
Daniel. And then I meet a Rebecca, a Mary, Sarah. I mean, all
All of these people are in the same house.
they're in this living room area when I walk in because they were all, I guess, worried
Oh,
about where Annie was.
Right.
Yeah,
the girl
yeah.
that you rescued.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Who
weirdly
didn't want
enough,
to use my cell phone.
yeah, Annie's the only one not from the Bible. It sounds like.
Yeah, it does sound
That's
like that.
weird.
That's weird.
She's the newest born.
Yeah,
Nice.
the center of the crew.
Well, we'll see. So, who I meet is Amos, the dad. I find out.
Okay.
What an intimidating name. My God.
Oh yeah, he was not like famous Amos.
No.
He didn't offer me chocolate chip cookies.
He's
Cookies
Amos.
guy?
He's Amos popping his pecs, Amos.
Yeah.
Pop it, pecs.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. And so, luckily, when I walk in with Amos, Rebecca, mom, comes in and kind of is like, "Okay, Amos, it's okay. He's not doing what you think he's doing. Here, just take your whittle and calm down."
Wait, what?
And she hands him his knife, his pocket knife, and a stick and
To go
just
whittle
says,
some wood?
to go whittle to calm down.
Right.
That's normal.
That's
Yeah.
yeah. So
That's probably the most
putting a
normal thing
knife
about
in his
this.
hand was concerning to me,
Yeah.
and say, "Calm down," because I don't want to be on the end.
Right.
And she escorts me to the kitchen while the brothers and Amos kind of stay in the living room.
Terrifying.
So Rebecca sits me down and she says, this is probably awkward for you.
Rebecca's the mom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably awkward for you. It seems like you might have done a lot of things to indicate to Annie you were interested in her.
Oh, no.
Like give her a ride home.
Yeah. I'm like,
And she was broken
Well,
down.
you're just being polite.
yeah.
just because I give girls a ride home, don't mean I'm interested.
yeah,
Sure.
especially after
Sure.
a good night.
Thank you.
You're
Amen.
just, you're just a nice guy.
And so she asked me to go over what happened. And I say, well, I offered her a ride
Mm-hmm.
and I put the top down and she goes, oh my gosh. And I'm like, what? And then we sang songs on the way home. And
Yeah.
she goes, okay, just so you know, when a male wants to court a female in the Amish community,
Jeez,
Oh,
no.
God.
it will be a Sunday night, which this is.
No.
They will sing songs together. He will offer her a ride, and then they will put the top down on their horse cart so that looky-loos know
That's
they're not
absolutely insane.
they're not fondling each
Okay,
other.
but this was not a horse cart.
I guess this is how Annie dreamed her Prince Charming would arrive.
in
a
cheap
Buick.
red convertible?
Yeah.
I guess so. Well, now it's kind of making sense to both Rebecca and I. And Annie's just putting plates in front of me. Boom. I got biscuits and gravy sitting here. I got 3 different pies.
Okay.
Annie has a fork and
I'm
she's
interested.
offering to scoop them into my mouth. And
So-
I'm like, Mom, yeah, hold on.
At this point, Annie thinks you're courting her. You're going to be her husband. The mom has realized the mistake.
And Annie is showing she's going to be a good wife. This
Yeah.
is how good I cook.
Oh
Honestly,
my God.
this sounds great for you.
Dad's
Well-
still whittling in the living room.
Now my opinion is turning. I'm like, well, this doesn't seem too bad.
Accidental love affair.
Yeah.
I may be able to get behind this. And then I hear boo, boo, boo. Dad comes in.
Oh no. He finishes with
He finishes whittling, apparently. And he's like, okay, I'm ready to hear the real story here.
Oh.
And then he holds up his knife and what
And a
looks like
stick.
another knife.
He whittled it a second.
He whittled another knife. So now he's standing there with 2 knives in his hand saying,
Explain yourself.
I'm ready to hear the story.
Yeah.
Right.
And then he says, and you're bearded? That means you're already a man? You think you're ready for my daughter and you've already been? You're already a man in the community?
No.
I'm like, okay, no, I just had this conversation with Rebecca,
Mhm.
your wife, sir, and everything is being cleared up.
So if you're so basically, since Annie, I'm assuming, would marry somebody who's not bearded, somebody
Yes.
who's younger,
Clean shaven.
Oh,
Well,
Well, that means you're off the market then.
they don't do wedding rings, so I'm good there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Rebecca's like, okay, well, just let's everybody calm down. Obviously, this time I'm still sweating.
Sure.
Like,
Naturally, it's
He's holding
terrifying.
2 knives.
So she's like,
he just whittled another knife.
Yeah,
Take off
in the
your
matter of
jacket.
seconds.
take off your jacket, relax. We can talk this out.
Right,
Bro,
And
you
she's
gotta
like-
get back to that conference.
She's like, Amos, just calm down. And I'm like, oh gosh. So I'm like, listen, I have good intention. I was just giving her a ride home. I take off my jacket. I have 2 big, hello, my name is single guy. Hello, my name is Josh. And he's like, you're here for the right reasons? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, your shirt. And I look down and I'm like, oh my gosh. How do I explain a work conference
Right,
Yeah.
to an Amish person.
to an Amish person?
Right.
Luckily, honestly, after a good 20 minutes of back and forth, we figured it out.
How many more knives did he whittle?
No more knives.
Okay.
A whole cutlery set. He had a spoon. He whittled a spoon, fork.
How
I
many
went
pies
home.
are in front of you?
I had 3 pies.
Okay.
But you ate them.
But yeah, they're down to like 3/4.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
And Annie's trying to give me like things to take home. Like,
Oh my
here,
gosh.
take this butter. And I'm like, absolutely, I will. So they
You're
walk
in it,
me
dude.
out. I leave on very good terms, and now we are.
Wait,
So hold on, no. You're still
you're
with
courting Annie?
Well, not actively.
No.
No, to them you're actively courting.
It sounds like active for sure.
Well, they weren't into bed courting, which is where I would spend the night, but she would have the sheets and stay clothed. And I'm like, okay,
Well, yeah, that'd be a little fast.
yeah. I said, what are you guys? Some Schwarzentroopers? What? Schwarzentroopers are the most strict Amish. I found out.
I'm glad you looked. Yeah, I'm glad you figured that
Yeah.
out.
So I pulled out a good old Amish joke on my
And-
phone.
And now they're loving it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now they're loving it. So
Did you talk
now
about
so
your
to-
bidet though?
I did not. We covered a lot of topics. Surprisingly, but they
Bidets
didn't
didn't
come
come
up.
I'm sure that would be witchcraft to an Amish person.
Oh yeah.
I didn't want to go to the outhouse.
No.
So just to clarify, you're currently dating an Amish girl.
Well,
No,
guess
you
it's
definitely
courting?
are. Yeah.
but everything happens. It takes such a long time to correspond with her because I have to write her a letter.
Yeah.
That's true.
You're good at that though.
I am good at that.
Well, you're
but
good at reading them.
it's hard to fight in a letter.
Yeah.
You guys are already arguing?
Well, she doesn't like that I have a mustache because that's kind of a vain thing.
Yeah.
And
And
that I
it
put
tickles,
wax
too.
in it.
No, okay.
Well,
this might be kind of personal, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how's those pies?
those pies are sweet.
Oh.